Now we are talking about the branches of statistics. So statistics have branches, and these branches are critical in the analysis of data. So there are two very important branches in statistics. Number one is called descriptive statistics, and number two is called inferential statistics. Now, what do you mean by descriptive statistics? First, let us look at the branches. There are two branches: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Now, inferential statistics involve organization, summarization, and display of data. So descriptive statistics involves you organize the data, you summarize the data, and you display the data in the form of graphs, pie charts, histograms, and such. Is it okay? Now that is what we mean by descriptive statistics. Now this normally happens in chapter 4, whereby you talk about data analysis. So in data analysis, in chapter 4, you're supposed to give descriptive analysis. So in the descriptive analysis, you're giving us a table, you're giving us a chart, you're giving us pie chart, you're giving us histogram, and any other representation, tabulation in the data. Is it okay? Now, what about inferential statistics? Involved using sample to draw a conclusion about population. Involved using a sample to draw a conclusion about a population. Now in inferential means what? Infer, reflect, explain, give a direction. Now, like for example, if you do an average, they say the average income for the sample that you collected. Let's use the first data that was $325. Is it okay? Now we can now infer that and give a conclusive information that the people of Kenya, after finishing their high school, they earn an income of $325. So we are now using hypothesis. So you bring in what you call hypothesis analysis. So bringing in, is there a relationship or no relationship? Is there a correlation or no correlation? Is it weak or strong? Now, what do you say about it? Can this predict the other one? So in inferential statistics, now using the sample that you have drawn, and the sample is now the descriptive statistics. What is in the display of data? What is in the table? Now tell us a story. Tell us now, is there a relationship? Now let me take, for example, we have talked about COVID-19 on the performance of what? Hotels. So we look at, is COVID-19 affecting the performance of hotels? If it is yes, then we need to have conclusive data that tells us there is a relationship between COVID-19 and the performance. And this relationship, it can either be increasing or decreasing. I hope you're getting that. And actually this one, we look at it practically when we now do the practical part of these branches of statistics. Any question as far as descriptive statistics and inferential statistics is concerned? And this is for you. When you are doing a research, this is a critical component in research. When you are doing chapter 4, you must take this critically. The first one is normally descriptive statistics, and then inferential statistics. We have an example here. A recent study, somebody to read for us. From the group, who can read for us? One member to volunteer. Stella, you're the class rep. If no one is volunteering, you're the first to volunteer. Mhm. Statistic. Yes. So what is our descriptive statistics and what is our inferential statistics? Now, the statement 4 times more likely to answer incorrectly is a descriptive statistics. You're getting it? That statement only 4 times more likely to answer incorrectly. So it means you collect a data and it is showing there is 4 times. In fact, at a later stage, we'll look at this in terms of a model. When you're using a model, y equals to a plus bx. So we'll be looking at the model in the linear regression analysis. We'll be able to see how do you do the analysis of the data? How do you predict y from x? Is it okay? So the statement 4 times more likely to answer incorrectly is what? Descriptive statistics. And inferential drawn from the sample is that all individuals sleeping less than 6 hours are more likely to answer science question incorrectly than individual who sleeps at least 8 hours. So are you learning something here? Are you getting the difference between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics? In a recent study, volunteers who had less than 6 hours of sleep were 4 times more likely to answer incorrectly on a science test than were participants who had 8 hours of sleep. Decide which part is descriptive statistics and what conclusion might be drawn using the inferential statistics. So we have said the statement 4 times more likely to answer incorrectly now gives us the component of descriptive statistics. Now, inferential is now drawn from the sample, and now you can make conclusion that all individuals, remember, have this in mind. The descriptive statistics is focused on the sample, what you sample and what you have found out of the sample. Now, when you come to inferential statistics, after inferring, after doing the inferences, then you tell us in general, whichever the population, whichever me or you, I was not in the research, you are not in the research. But now, this is the conclusion that we are making. The sample is that all individuals sleeping less than 6 hours are more likely to answer science question incorrectly than individuals sleep at least 8 hours. Now, are you getting the difference between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics? Elizabeth, are you getting the point? So we are saying, in summary, anytime you're doing data analysis, Descriptive gives you from the sample, what you sample and what you found. The inferential statistics will now give you a complete conclusion of the representation of the whole population. So what are you saying about all population? They were not part of the sample, but from the sample you can give a final conclusion. And let me ask, and this research is very critical. People who sleep less than 6 hours have a problem in terms of productivity than people who sleep at least 8 hours. Is it true? If you sleep more than 8 hours or 8 hours, your concentration is very high. Your productivity is very high. If you sleep less than 6 hours, don't try that at home. You will make a lot of messes. You'll cause a lot of problems. I don't know if that makes sense or not.